Take me to another place, she said. Take me to another time. Run with me across the oceans. Float me on a silver cloud.
Hello, I'm Justin Baker from the Little Red Homestead in the Woods. I'm going to give you a video tour today, and we're going to start out with a little red mailbox. Matches our house perfectly. And we're going to walk down this path here. This is going to be the berry patch. So this is our berry patch. This is where we're going to plant huckleberries, raspberries, blackberries, hopefully grape arbor. There's already a lot of rose hips and other wild herbs in here from Amber Foxwoman Apothecary. So we don't want to over reclaim it too much. We want to keep it at a natural state. Most of the landscaping here we're doing is keeping it its own natural state, letting the earth tell us where to go and where to put our paths, where to plant. I'm also thinking of doing some grapes between us and the road. Yes, they'll get dusty on the roadside, but on our side they should be pretty juicy. Direct sun, got a big field. That'll definitely keep it sunshiny. So this pathway leads to the woods. Again, this is the berry patch. And we're going to walk through here. I'm going to cut a little bit to the side here. And this is where our pump house is. You see? We'll keep the light on still because it's still kind of cold. And that one little bulb will keep it warm enough. And I'm walking by here. This is the bamboo forest. Hopefully it won't overgrow our area too much. Bamboo tends to be quite invasive. So this is the area off the porch, coming from the bamboo forest, where I'm plotting to put the hot tub. The hot tub's going to be run off the downspout from the roof water, fed by rainwater. And I'm also going to put up a windmill. I've got a stream of wind that comes through here that's pretty potent, and that should be enough to run the heater. And maybe even some lights around the hot tub. And right here is the arbor. We have hops in here, and we're going to have lots of grapes. And by the house there's rose bushes already blooming, as well as other flowers, and we're probably going to put a bed in front of them. And the planters for Amber Foxwoman Apothecary and her herbs are all right along here, as well as the strawberry patch. After adding more soil and extending the soil base outward, Amber Fox Apothecary should have quite a few herbs and plants to use as fodder for her medicine. And we're coming up on the new greenhouse we just got. Well, new for us, actually reclaimed. We're going to coat it in plastic, and there's a canvas top that goes with it. So, should be good. I'll make some shelves in there. It'll be good. And we're going to go ahead and weed our way through. Still got some clearing to do. But this is definitely the fire pit. The fire ring of fire. And got a good stack. These are all limbs and trees that were down before we got here. And Isabel's garden's going to be right out here. She wants to plant flowers and things. And we're coming on the entranceway to the fairy sanctuary. It'll be a place for fae and humans and animals alike to meditate, get some peace. Even in the woods, in the country, sometimes there's a bit of stress you gotta deal with and gotta get away, just chill. That's definitely the place to do it. Then I'm building a little bridge structure over this ravine here, filled up with water. The fairy sanctuary that we proposed should definitely be a welcoming but secretive place. This little wooded area at the backside of our property definitely hides out most as soon as it gets all full green. When we first got here, this was definitely one of the bonus factors that we felt in our souls that drew us here. And hopefully we'll just extend that and get more. And we're now in the upper portion of the garden, my labyrinth garden, the main vegetable garden that we're going to have. And split between the upper and lower is this path that runs through the apple trees, which aren't in bloom yet. They're back here. They've never been pruned as far as I know. So I've got a task ahead of me. As evidence that the scat provides, this is actually a pathway coming straight from the orchard and across our yard. This will be the split between the two veggie gardens. Mostly deers use this, so I'm going to hold up a bunch of methods to keep the deer from eating the veggies, but hopefully they won't mind too much. I want to leave their path intact. Last year there was a lot of apples here and they were rather tasty. And I'm at the lower portion of the garden right now. And this spot here is probably where we're going to have goats. We want to do goat milk and stuff. Get away from cow's milk and store-bought milk. In this day of really expensive healthy stuff and really bad stuff that's very cheap, we want to hopefully get our own goats. Have milk and cheese and maybe eventually meat, if that's the case. Sort of stray away from the chemicals and expenses of modern living. And the chicken coop, which I put a wall on last night. It got dark on me again, fighting the rain, but it's getting pretty good. Got a few more bracing to do. I adjusted the frame style, so hopefully it'll still work. Here's the other sides of the beds. Amber foxwoman. And along this side of the house, hopefully we'll get some of these beds going good. As you can see, they're pretty good already, but definitely shade-loving plants. Taking old beds, turning them into new beautiful things. The ground's been resting. Same with the vegetable garden, same with these beds. I look forward to some good stuff. And if it doesn't pan out, then I'll learn from it. And there's the porch. And coming up on the porch We've got some heavenly bamboo. This one I've kind of let go because it's on the end of the porch. And this one I've actually beat down. And down here, right along the porch, in the bed, I've actually dropped what I beat down, or cut down, to grow more. Get a good skirt of heavenly bamboo. And here's the first path I made when we first moved in. You can see there's beds here, and there's definitely a bed here. Right now it's pretty moss covered, which I kind of like. And the beds extend all the way across the porch. And there's the mighty plum tree. You can see this bed over here extends with a core wood trail, or wood round trail, through the middle. And then the rest of the bed. And I'm starting to etch in another trail right here. You can't really see the work I've done, but definitely getting it to where it's a trail again. And I've got some pretty massive puddles in the driveway that I've got to fill. And these tires I'm going to use to plant potatoes. And I've still got lots of hay bales to spread out over the mud. Beside our canvas garage here is where we're going to put the play structure. String a hammock in between a couple of these trees. And that's the tree that I'm picking to put the tree house in. Going back up this way towards the road, where we're going to have another planter. Lots of herbs. Wild crafting going on. So that was the short, sweet tour of our grounds as of right now. We got a lot to do, as you can see, and hopefully we'll get it done. Looking forward to it. Well, thank you for taking this tour with me. Hope to see you soon. Bye.
The coyote lifts her head, and the deer's ears prick up over canyon and city and plain. Our brother is caught in the trap they set. Oh, do you know his name? Defender of the Leviathan from the sting of the